For every beast, there must be a hunter, and Markus Wulfhart is that hunter. Known better by his title as Hunt Marshal, he is the Emperor's captain of scouts and one of the most renowned hunters in the entire old world. In his youth, he lived in a small village called Drakenberg, which slept in the ancient Drakewald forest. One day, a bone grinder giant with one eye, known as the Drakewald Cyclops, emerged from the forest and destroyed his town. He swore an oath to hunt down every monster that plagued the Empire, beginning with the Drakewald Cyclops. And so he hunted for many years until word of his exploits reached the ears of Karl Franz. He refused an offer of knighthood, and instead the Emperor, in his wisdom, gave him an enchanted bow, the Amber Bow, a deadly arcane weapon whose arrows always sought out the enemy's heart. Under Markus are the many talented hunters and trackers of the old world. Some of the most rugged scouts follow him. These men are called Wulfhart's men, and it's these same people who voluntarily left with Markus on a voyage to the New World, the mysterious and foreboding jungles of Lustria. The Emperor sent him his mandate to save the New World colonies and to hunt down every opposing creature. The Hunt Marshal is up to the challenge. There's even word of a standout warrior amongst the Lizardmen, a massive Kroxigor, who goes by the name of Nakai. Now our hunt begins.
The jungle continent of Lustria lies west across the great ocean. The first men to land upon these shores ransacked an ancient temple, filling their ships with golden treasures. Word spread of their wealth, and others were eager to follow. Fueled by greed, men of the Empire ventured deeper into the jungle's heart. The land of beasts, ravaged and plundered for its riches. It will not be without consequence. The jungle stirs. A cold-blooded fury rising to punish the invaders. In the temple cities of Lustria, the Lizardmen enact a ritual to call upon their mighty guardian. For the Wanderer roams Lustria once more. The spirit of the jungle made manifest. A reckoning has come. Only the strongest will survive the coming bloodshed.
Having voyaged across the great ocean on the Emperor's command, I shall tame this jungle-infested continent and plunder it for the treasures it holds. The near unimaginable wealth of these lands is dispatched home through the coastal colonies. But recent raids by the lizard beasts have set the Empire back, and I expect further attacks. Other enemies loom nearby. Savage orcs, no less, who raid nearby abandoned cities. These ancient places are sure to harbor more riches, so are prime locations for colonization. But we must be aware that the lizard beasts dominate these jungles. For our colonies to survive their threat, reinforcements will be needed from home. The time of opportunity is now. Lustria and its dangers await. Anything that stands before me in the hope of defeating the Empire will meet its end by my bow. It is the Emperor's will.
It took a very long time, but the Hunt Marshal has finally landed on Lustria. The Temple of Lincoln, which once belonged to the Lizardmen, is now called Wulfhart's Landing. We will hunt down those 4 heroes and have them join us. There's quite a few of them. And the very first one we'll pick up will likely be the Witch Hunter. We just need to fight the Vampire Coast Mutineers. The longest one that will take for me to unlock will be the Master Engineer. We've got to go to the northern spine of Chotek. That's a mountain range way down over here, so that will take time. Then for the other two, like for the Waystalker, I just need to raise my hostility to very hostile. And the Paladin, I just got to move over to Longwood Peck. So they shouldn't be too difficult to unlock. Up here, I've got my acclaim. Currently, I'm only considered to be the Scouts of the Empire. The more acclaim I get, the better supplies that are sent to me, and more veterans will be sent as well. Over here, we have our care package that will arrive in 4 turns. The time for how often my care packages are sent out will decrease as I raise up hostility. My enemies will hate me and become more powerful, but I will get better supplies and more of them over time, especially if I begin to improve my acclaim. So let's go into battle right now. I've got over here my war wagon, my archers, huntsmen, 2 swordsmen, 1 group of spearmen, and Markus Wulfhart. Markus Wulfhart has a trait called Captain of Scouts. I'll be able to see any ambush, and I've got a very high chance to complete any ambush too. I will be using that quite a bit. And I should mention, my archers and my huntsmen will be a major theme of any army I build for him. They're so cheap for him to use, I might as well build them. Before we go into combat, let's turn our training field into a rally field. On hearing the call to muster, it is to the rally field the regiments will gather. There we are, I've got the gold for it. We'll take Chotek, maybe on our following turn. Then we'll come down here to Laxland. Then we shall move to the east to finally take on the Vampire Coast Mutineers. They have a town right over here in this general area. It is time for combat. We'll talk about our only allies later, the New World colonies. We'll be engaging in trade with them. So what do you have? You've got a feral Bastiladon, which means I'm going hunting. Skinks are very quick. They can catch up to any of my archers with a speed of 46, and what do I have? I've only got a speed of 36, so they're much faster. I'll have to be very mindful on how I use my archers and my huntsmen. Here we go. It is about time for Markus Wulfhart to hunt. His huntsmen are nearby. They're called the Red Murder, like a murder of crows. A war wagon will be advancing towards the front of our lines too. Right now, we have an expedition force sent to counter our own. They're led by an old blood. They have only 1 group of Saurus warriors. The remainder of their units are skinks outside of 1 feral Bastiladon, and so they come now to attack us. With our war wagon in tow, we'll be able to harass and stay mobile, though their skinks are able to outrun any of our infantry units. Back here is where we have all of our infantry lying in wait with our archers. We'll lure them to us, but for now, Markus has a job. It's to whittle down their numbers. For a more macro view of what's going on, here they advance, and you can see where they're all at. The war wagon is currently moving around, taking pot shots where they're able to. They'll be attacking and keeping them busy where they need to. They are truly an adventurous bunch. Sure, they had a carriage service in a past life, but they were conscripted, recruited by Markus Wulfhart. And you can see right now that they're still advancing towards us. Markus Wulfhart is not only one to use his bow, he's one to fight in melee combat. He shot off an arrow, now he's involved in a melee scrap. Here their javelins are being thrown at our lines. Some may die, but our archers can beat them. Here comes a feral Bastiladon. It's best if some manner of spear unit counters all of them. It's charging right through. Many may die in that initial hit, but they were able to maintain their formation and not break. The war wagon is moving in from behind, shooting these Saurus warriors from behind, and later we'll have more infantry charging in. These excellent warriors will flank them. Elsewhere, we have our huntsmen only fighting momentarily in melee. They are only fighting skinks, and you can see how well they're able to perform. While that is going on, our archers are now delivering volleys into that mass of foes where Markus is under attack. He's fighting an old blood on his own. He's not going to lose this battle. It's only the very beginning. The war wagon continues to move. It'll stay mobile the entire time. Everyone here is a trained marksman. They know how to shoot. They knew how to rob. Now they know how to save our brethren in combat. That Bastiladon is not done yet. We can't focus on it. See, it's quite armored, But the damage output is limited. One unit is now moving away. These Swords Warriors are quite damaging. They're much stronger than any normal human could ever be. And so they attack. If we look outside over here, we can see where all of my units have moved to. The War Wagon is moving into that group of skinks. My Huntsmen are getting into a new position. And it looks like right now, we're still trying to break more skinks. Markus is able to move away. That Old Blood is being hit again and again. Eventually, it will fall. He came here at Wulfhart's Landing. He didn't want to provide it that name, but his men insisted. They trust him. They know him. They've hunted with him before. There are more skinks again who are now breaking. The War Wagon, again, staying mobile all the while we have more units moving back into the fight. That Bastiladon will be our next target. With the armor piercing of our sharpshooters, it should go down. And here comes, right now, Markus making a nice shot, gearing up and damaging that Old Blood, who's now charging in at him. He's quite the talented warrior, not just a skilled bowman. Here they come back. That Bastiladon is still here. The Huntsman will be able to focus on it soon enough. So we can see that we've won the battle now. They're all fleeing. Our first battle was a success. Now we just need to hunt down those who remain. That was a great victory. We lost only 150 men. They lost 400, including their feral Bastiladon. We've gained Armor of Fortune. It's going to be quite nice for Markus to have whenever he gets involved in a melee scrap, and it will happen, as you saw. No, we're not going to let them go. We're going to kill who's here. Then we'll follow them and kill more of them. Armor of Fortune. Those who don the Armor of Fortune seem to have the favor of Renaud, able to parry the lethal blow with a lucky deflection. 6 armor, 8% ward save, and 8% physical resistance. Not bad at all. That will do a total of 16% when it comes to physical damage negation. A pit fighter that allows me to capture 10% more enemies after a battle. Men fight better when their livelihood, not just their lives, is at stake. Very true.
Comradeship is all.
I will pick up Focused Shot on rank 3. That will make it easier for me to shoot my Focused Shot at a rapid pace instead of having to wait nearly as long as I had to. But we always need to move further. Like right now, I'll come over here to destroy his army, but then I want to move back to heal up. We lost only 24, they lost everything else. Goodbye, Chotek. And we've gained a Charmed Shield. While he doesn't have a shield, that could still provide a +5 to melee defense, though I have my Armor of Fortune, so I'm not going to use it. Let's move back over here into our land. Now at rank 3, we can pick up Focused Shot, reducing our cooldown by 25%. I could use some more infantry. I'll keep it cheap. My archers are cheap, so I'll take 2 of those and 1 group of swordsmen, or I take only 1 more group of archers and 2 groups of swordsmen. I could always combine what I currently have. Yeah, I think that'll work out. I'll keep them up anyway, because on my following turn, I should be able to easily take Chotek. Now let's have a look over here. The New World colonies own how many locations? Port Reaver and Swamp Town. I hope that we can keep them alive. I would like to one day move up there to take out Skeggy. For research, I'm going to pick up Tithe Rebates. A rebate is a useful tool when things are good to ensure compliance during the inevitable hard times just around the corner. It'll provide 10 to growth, plus 2 to public order. After that, I'll pick up Hunter's Guild. It'll take 5 turns for me to research Hunter's Guild. My care package will be here at 4 turns. It's better for me to work on my public order instead, especially as my hostility goes up, our public order will go down. Now, it's about time for me to end my turn. I've done all that I can, outside of engaging in trade with the New World colonies.
The land provides all I need.
Here we go.
Unworkable.
Oh, you don't want to trade yet? Even though we have a non-aggression pact. Okay, fine. I'm sure you'll change your mind in a bit. If I declare war on the Vampire Coast mutineers now, then I'll get my agent, my witch hunter, even earlier. You know what? We'll do it. Van Hal joins the expedition. While following a trail through the dense jungle canopy, you stumbled upon a clearing strewn with dead bodies. They looked like seafarers, senior admiralty of some sort perhaps, but stranger still was the fact that each had a stake through the chest and was decapitated. On closer inspection, you realize they were already dead before they met this gruesome fate. In fact, not dead, but undead, vampires. A few nights later, a mysterious man emerged from the jungle, introducing himself as Hertwig van Hal. His garb indicated he was a witch hunter of the Empire, but he revealed himself to be the healer you have been seeking. Explaining your cause to him, you asked him to join the expedition. He accepted, but on one condition, that you help him with his own mission in Lustria in return. Now we have an agent. Let's have a look at him real quick. A physician by choice, but a witch doctor. Witch doctor, oh no, that would be bad. A witch hunter by bloodline. Dr. Van Hal both preserves natural life and destroys unnatural evil. What about your traits? Driven by vengeance. So the Vampire Coast will hate me more. -10 to diplomatic relations, but he gains +8 melee defense and melee attack whenever fighting the undead. I will be using him in melee combat, and here you go, have a charmed shield providing even more melee defense for him. Not bad at all. Ah, that is an active ability. At least we can use the damage resistance. Now, what about a follower? No, you don't need one. I only have one. Now, I'm going to use you on Chotek if I can. I think if I do that, they don't have walls. Right, you can only damage walls. Well, then you'll move into my army.
Markus Wulfhart.
He gained a new follower, Thug. Whenever I have him leave my army to go recruit another hunter, we could even have him wound an enemy agent. He'll have a much higher chance to do so. In the criminal underworld, strength and viciousness are highly prized virtues. Now we can end our turn. We have our very first mission for him. If we move him over to a region owned by the Vampire Coast, he'll complete it. And he'll gain a new reward too. Focus. As he edges ever closer to the prize, Hertwig's desire also grows stronger. He'll have a higher chance to complete any action, and they'll have a lower chance to complete an action against him. It's really good. A final battle effect. Allied reinforcements will arrive during final battle. Good to know. I could use more help. But now, we have another battle to fight. I've got to eliminate what I can of the Lizardmen. Oh, look at that. The balance of power is not in my favor. And they have a group of Cold One Spear Riders. Those are quite powerful and quick. They're faster than my war wagon. Let's try to win now. Now it's time for our warriors to fight the Battle of Chotek. Markus Wulfhart is standing on the left flank. He'll be moving and using his bow. The Cold Ones will be our initial target for our huntsmen. You can see where everyone is at. We have Hertwig van Hal helping our warriors. On the right hand, we have our war wagon, who will stay mobile the entire time, harassing our enemies. But again, the main goal is to destroy these Cold Ones. If they are destroyed early on, they will have no mobility. They will not be able to stop us. Hertwig fires a shot again. He's a physician, but a taker of lives as well. He's not just here to preserve. And so we may lose many men in that charge, but these are Helmgart's boys. They know how to fight. They know how to scrap. Here comes another infantry unit moving in right now to help out Markus. From behind, we have many archers, and we have our huntsmen. They too deliver many volleys into the ranks of these Lizardmen. Hertwig shoots again. The war wagon moves more, keeping many skinks busy. They never tire. These are fine steeds given to them. They know how to fight, and they know how to win a battle. They'll stay here for a period of time to keep us going, but that's really what they're all about. Elsewhere, we can see more infantry advancing. These javelins, sure, they will bloody us up. They will take some lives with them. We will treat their wounds. We do have a physician on staff now. Markus Wulfhart moves away. His job is to, again, use his amber bow, but to also fight in melee combat where needed. Much like that, taking down many with one shot. You can see from behind the war wagon, they're fleeing. I want you to picture them screaming all the time. They didn't sign up for it, they were signed up for it. But they're constantly on the run, trying to get away. It's okay though. They know what they're doing, or they pretend to. Over here, we have another group of ranged units, fine huntsmen who are now delivering flanking volleys into the enemy's forces. Elsewhere, we have more archers, just continuing to focus fire. That's really what they need to do. They had more Saurus warriors than before. But they'll make a fine boots. We'll be sure to skin them all. If we look on a more macro scale, as I often like to do, we can see where everyone is moving. There's only a few units left. There's no true commander here. The war wagon is moving, and Markus took some damage, but he's meant to. He's meant to save these lives as he delivers more and more shots from behind. The beauty of him is that he's able to fire while moving. So can his huntsmen. They're mobile and they're damaging. A mixture of skinks and Saurus warriors are here. But there's nothing but a splash of blood that remains. We've won the battle. Now they're fleeing and we just get to give chase for a period of time. The men have won. We've done it. That was a solid win. We were able to eliminate their army and we were able to limit our own losses too. Helmgart's boys, our spearmen, did not break. They held until the very end. We lost 161. Their entire garrison is now gone. We'll need a new name for Chotek. No, we're only going to occupy it. They'll be angered enough by me conquering it. So now we own the entire Scorpion Coast. One mission completed. Dangerous neighbors. Yeah, he told me. Hunt Marshal, there are monstrous reptiles inhabiting a settlement close by. Our colonies will struggle to survive while they threaten us. Their removal is crucial. Well, Barry, you're hideous, but you were right. Hostility increased. Your military activity has heightened the enemy's aggression towards the expedition, increasing the hostility level. So now I'll get supplies more often. Not bad. A new mission issued from Barry. I don't know why he's giving me missions, but hey, why not? Maintain control of 2 provinces, either by direct ownership or through vassals and military allies. I only have 1 right now. If we are to build a future here, Wulfhart, we must secure the entire province. Very true. Now, rank 4. It's very important that I choose a good ability that will help me deal more damage. I could enhance my units nearby with Sure and True, but for now, I'll take Seasoned Marksman. My damage will go from 556 up to 596. Silent, swift, and very, very deadly. This one can take down the foe from range without breaking a sweat or revealing his position. Done. Then if I do it again, my damage will be up to 642. I could use more units, and I can replenish while I wait here. I want more archers, I'll take another group. Then after that, I want spearmen, in case my enemies have any type of, large creature. The Vampire Coast might have that. Now we've got to recuperate, then we'll head on over to Lax. Instead of waiting for, let's say 3 turns, I might just combine what I have. There we go. Now I won't have to wait nearly as long. My spearmen will take time, but we'll let them have a break. We're bringing in more spearmen now. And we'll be getting supplies very soon, too. In only 2 more turns. For my commandment, I've got a few choices. State Troop Levy would help me recruit 1 additional unit. I want that. And they'll be 5% cheaper. Not a bad idea. We're bound to have another rebellion here. Our public order is really low. But hey, I'll take care of it. It'll be good training. If we have time, we might even stop by that Sea Corps for some loot or some benefit for our campaign. But now we get to end our turn. A new mission issued. Recruit a unique hunter. I already have one, but I'll get another. Wulfhart, there are potential recruits here that might serve alongside our forces. With a little persuasion, make the effort to seek out these heroes and bring them on side. Then, I've got another mission. Raise hostility level to very hostile. I'm only at hostile right now. Very hostile is only level 2. That won't be hard either. Hunt Marshal, your task is clear. Strike a fatal blow to the monsters who dare to tread Imperial lands. Let them know who they are dealing with. I like how my barkeeper, my cook, is really telling me what to do here. He's the brains here. I'm just here to hunt. Time to grab a bit of treasure. What am I going to pick up? Oh, a battle. Okay. It won't be easy. But if we can win this battle, we'll gain a lot of treasure. Well, Anna, you might kill a lot of my men, as you do have 2 rotting leviathans, but we're going to give it a go, I think. Oh, it's not going to be easy at all. Ah, well. To think that we would fight rotting leviathans already. Markus Wulfhart and his men advance alone. They're a vanguard force, attacking these large crustaceans. There are many undead minions here following them, but look at what we're fighting. It hasn't even been that long. We've only just landed here. What a foul place. Beastmen are one thing, but to fight these? Now the Hunt Marshal, he moves back. There's a war wagon who will provide some supportive fire, but it will not be easy to take down these creatures. And in front of you stand all of our men, Hertwig Van Hal, leading them into combat. We will hold here. On the left flank, we will be protected by these old structures from a time way before we were ever born or thought of. And so we'll focus every single archer that we have on destroying those undead minions. All the while, one rotting leviathan will be taken from the battle. The war wagon and Markus will focus on that one creature, moving and shooting. Again, if we can destroy this one rotting leviathan, then we can come after the other one later. They have many gunners. They're clambering forward. Our men have dealt with a lot, but these are undead. There's a certain level of fear to fight something that looks like you. So here they shoot, firing these old guns found at the bottom of an ocean. I don't know how they get their black powder, but they do. Hertwig stands too, shooting his flintlock pistol, but here comes that crustacean. It's not only one, but two of them. It knocks him back with a devastating blow. The damage, I'm sure, is palpable. And now soldiers move in to assist him. They will not leave the good doctor to fight on his own. More undead are coming in. The saving grace of what we provide here are massive amounts of volleys. So that's what we shall use now to take out these lightly armored units. We'll pin them to the ground and shoot them all up before they can hit us for too long. You can see how many are falling. But elsewhere, Markus Wulfhart is fighting alone, holding back this creature that will not leave him be. He's been in a tough pickle before. I'm not sure if he's been in that. Might change his mind on seafood. So here's where everyone is fighting right now. The war wagon is still moving around. We have another group of gunners that's giving them chase. And there's another group of deckhands moving forward too. Their spellcaster is currently way behind all of them. But we are beating their infantry. They cannot beat my infantry. There's no way. So as long as we focus fire on them, we can do it. We can take care of these enemies. Now that crustacean is another issue though. My huntsmen will eventually have to focus fire upon it. Dozens are being killed. They're still staying in the fight. I'm proud of them for that. The Hunts Marshal is as well. You can see over here that our huntsmen are now helping out their master. The master scouts, captain of them all, Markus Wulfhart. He's still being knocked down, but that war wagon is helping out too. Look at how much damage it's taken. It's actually in really bad shape. We're watching it and it's, well, death throes again. Just a few more hits and it'll come tumbling down. Here we go now. Still chasing Wulfhart. Even though it had such a small amount of health, look at how long it took to bring it down. He did it though. Now, we'll destroy this group of gunsmen. Sure, they can follow my war wagon, but my war wagon is busy fleeing. Again, screaming incoherently. It's what they do best. Here's another group that we've got to take care of now, of undead and that rotting leviathan. New meets old. The old world has come to the new world, and it's probably more than we ever expected to deal with. So if we look around, most of their infantry has been destroyed. Now, there's only one creature to take down. They do have their leader. Their leader's still way back there using spellcasting to destroy my units. You can see what he's doing right over here. It's not friendly, it's not kind, and it is dealing a lot of damage. But now it's time for Markus to line up a shot. It's what he does best. You don't even need to see him. He'll make sure his presence is known. That focused shot will hopefully bring down that, again, large crustacean. There's bound to be some friendly fire, but it'll save more lives to focus fire on it now. And by winning this battle, we'll have gained a massive treasure trove. It's incredible how agile that thing is. But now we've won the battle. It's over. I wasn't really shocked at how well my archers did. Fighting that faction will go my way. They didn't really have a lot of special units outside of their rotting leviathans. We negated one. Their wizard, their spellcaster, Anna Cox, towards the end dealt a lot of damage, but she fell too. I could take your money. I don't really need money. I need more replenishment. There we go. 6,000 more gold, and we're only on turn 3. The other trickster's shard. Okay. Let's see here. It will negate enemy magic resistance. That's alright. But now we can go back to Chotek. Sure, my enemies will need to wait a turn or two more before I can reach them and destroy them. But we're rank 5. I'll be at a higher level than they are. We'll take Seasoned Marksman. There we are. I can't wait to get Hunter's Snare. I'll be able to leave my enemies stationary for a period of time, so I might even work on that after I pick up Executioner. We will have a few good skills up here to pick up too, like Best of the Best, or Impervious to Attack, or Master Survivalist if we want to move further, and I always do. Okay, Hertwig, at rank 2, I'm going to give you Bloody Blade. You've been fighting in melee quite a bit. That will continue to happen more and more. Alright, crossbows still have more range than my archers. My archers have a range of 120, but they do fire quickly. Let's have a look over here real quick. I'm curious about it. Okay, 11.7 to fire. What about my archers? 11.7 versus what? 9.0. Okay. Not bad. I could use more infantry. I could always use more infantry, so we're going to take it right now. Thankfully, I can recruit one more unit too. So if I combine what I have, there we go. I won't need to wait nearly as long to replenish all of my units. Those who are still weakened, I'll let them stay no matter what. They fought well. We're just combining those who were too damaged. And again, we could use more spearmen. Cheap spearmen. I'll take one more group of archers, I believe. Yeah, that'll do it. Then I'll take more infantry. I do want to eventually get some free company militiamen, but I'm focusing on my new ranged units. And I'm about to get my care package in one more turn. So that will give me more units after that. Some manner of artillery would be good. -5 to public order will keep up our state troop levy. I need to make sure I have a full army. What do you have over here at Lax Count Gyula? 14 units total. That's a pretty large army. His garrison is quite small, so I'm not worried about that. But his army, that could be an issue. We'll find out though. Laxland still has only one location under their control. The Savage Orcs are over to the west. Maybe Skaven are over here, or it could just be a ruined location. We've got 2 enemies to fight. And I think I might let Hertwig go down to pick up another hero of ours once we take Lax. But for now, he'll wait with me, or we could let him go out and level up. That's another option. He won't be able to heal up on his own on the campaign field, but we could let him maybe attack the enemy army on his own, or even pick up that other hero right away. Yeah, we'll see. It really depends on how fast I replenish and what they do, so I can't make a solid decision just yet until I see what's happening on our following turn. Imperial supplies ready. The expedition may have only just begun, but the Emperor demands progress. To aid you, the Imperial Quartermaster sends word of reinforcements ready to dispatch to the expedition. The 4 main divisions of the Empire's military each has a package ready. Choose whose shipment you would like to receive. We've got Imperial regiments that would provide 2 halberdiers, 2 huntsmen, and 1 group of greatswords. That could be fantastic. Artillery reinforcements, a great cannon, and outriders that have a grenade launcher, or knights and 2 pistoliers, or my favorite, 2 war machines, 2 war wagons. I'm going to pick up 2 war wagons. Having a mortar will destroy any undead, and quickly. The expedition shall be reinforced with regular war machines. Thank you, Imperial Engineers. I appreciate that. We have a new mission. Ensure that one of the following buildings have been constructed at Coastal Town. Well, I can do that. Recruit a Lord. I won't be doing that. Not right now. All right. We now have a few new units that are available for recruitment. Recruit from Imperial Supplies. I'll take 2 of them right now. War Wagon with a mortar and a standard War Wagon. They're too much fun. I love to use them. I don't know why, but I really do. They're mobile. They make me laugh, and that's all that I really need. Okay, we could turn you into a coastal village right now. Let's do it. all that gold. I've got so much gold right now. I could actually, you know, accrue some manner of debt and be okay. I think I would like to recruit more units. Yeah, let's move right over here to the border. We're getting closer to our enemies. I believe it's the Waystalker who I can recruit next. Well, maybe when I conquer another location. To get the Paladin, I need to go to Longwood Peck. Yeah, it's still kind of out there. We're about to fight a battle, though. Instead, I want you to try to handle them. Okay, Van Hal finds a lead, and I wanted to complete his mission anyway. Hertwig returns to you in good spirits and renewed focus, explaining that he now has a solid lead in his search. The vampire he seeks is one of the infamous Pirate King's closest henchmen, who actively haunts the waters of the Vampire Coast to raise more potential recruits into his master's zombie crews. To find him, some raiding may be necessary. I could do that. Alright, now he's stronger. He's got better traits as a campaign field agent. He completed a mission too. A job that I gave him. We've gained a new follower, a bailiff, the hated face of lordly imposition. I love that. That's a great line. Accusation. The witch hunter levels his finger across the battlefield and accuses one of the enemy of arch heresy. Oh, it's very good too if I want to deal more damage. It's a good combination move to use with my leader, Markus. It reduces their melee defense, which is not a big deal unless we're fighting in melee, but it also reduces their armor by 30 and missile resistance by 22%. So if these two fight together, they can deal some serious damage. Not bad at all. Okay, Markus, we're not done here. We're not done just yet. I think I would like for you to recruit, again, even more infantry. I've got 2 more slots. I only have 1 actually available because my witch hunter will be joining me. So we'll take up 1 group of Free Company militia. I don't usually use them as much, but hey, let's give it a shot and see how their shot in battle works out. We currently have 7 acclaim. That'll go up whenever we upgrade or build a port or capture more locations. And I wonder, will the Lizardmen come after me? If they do, well, I'll go get them. It really depends on what I need to go after and who's trying to fight me. I've got a few enemies to worry about. Alright, let's see what they do now. His army is now marching out. I've got 2 options here. I could go out to fight him, or I could lie in wait and ambush him. Research a technology. Well buried, Drury. The necessary preparations have been made. We could push our current engineering and technological limits further through research. That we shall. In 1 more turn, we'll complete more technology. Let's have a look at him. If I ambush him, maybe I'll have a better chance at eliminating his bloated corpses. There's a lot of undead here. They're not very powerful, and I've got a lot of archers. I would want to not surround them. Why would I not want to surround them? Largely because I want to make sure my archers are hitting them. I will draw a few away with my war wagon, and maybe even Markus Wulfhart. The goal is to destroy those bloated corpses, because they can deal a lot of damage to my lines. So what we'll do, we'll look at a good location where we can ambush. Really, anywhere would be fine. My chance is 100%. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed, though. He could still have ways to diminish or see through my ambush and attack me. So we shall see. We shall see. If I move out, well, I might lose some. So let's move about over here and wait for him. There we are. Now, our witch hunter, Hertwig, he can come back to join us. Oh, it's going to be a good ambush if he does indeed come out to fight. If he doesn't, well, we'll go out to fight him. Let's have a look over here. I have nothing to build. You know, I could just take away our taxation and let them stay a touch happier. No, it's okay. We don't need to do that. If I keep on making more gold, I might even be able to afford another army for a little while. That could be fun too. But let's see if we get a battle to fight. Now we have a war wagon with a mortar. The delivery boys, well, they're never late. You'll get your delivery on time every time. Within this little valley, we can see how many of them are here. That mortar is going to wreak havoc. From behind, we have our war wagons. These will be going after these bloated corpses from behind. Their armor-piercing shots will easily destroy these pustule bodies. These cadavers will not blow up in our ranks today. You can see them moving in right now, all together now. They know how to do it. There'll only be 1 body at a time. Our goal is to also shoot at those deck droppers, or whatever they're called, those flying monstrosities. Bloated corpses will never be able to catch up. We have the tools to take them on. On the opposing end of where we're looking now stands our army, and we'll look at them in just a moment. There goes one body. Now we can go back. Over here, we have archers, huntsmen, swordsmen, spearmen. We'll block them and we'll fight them here. My archers will easily take them on. My free company militia are quite damaging too. They'll be quite a tool to use against the undead. So while they wait, we continue to hit them. That mortar is instrumental in dealing scores of kills per salvos. So here they come. Advancing through the Vale, attempting to bring down the great Hunt Marshal. Count Giola, the leader of the Vampire Coast Mutineers, has bitten off more than he's able to chew. These deck droppers, they're exposed. And using accusation from our witch hunter, Hertwig Van Hal, exposes them to more missile damage. Now our archers move behind the safety of a bunch of shields and spears and swords. Here comes more of them. Our war wagon with our mortar is moving. They're charging in. Get ready, men. It's to the right where we need to watch. Markus Wulfhart, he moves in. But further to the right, we can see that we've got huntsmen. We've got the Free Company militia. They're moving in together, where we can flank enemies and deal with more of them. There are still enemies back here, though. The war wagons have been hit. They've taken damage, and they're still moving back to our lines. They'll pick up the boys who were left behind later. Here they come. By far, one of my favorite units in the game. They are amazing. I had no idea such a simple idea would make me laugh so much and garner so much praise just from all of their fellow men. Imagine doing that, riding near the cusp of destruction every single day. It's Apocalypse Now type of stuff. They're in their little gunboat, traveling down, losing their minds. And together, we get to focus on another group of undead. Count Giola, you've been ambushed. The Hunt Marshal attacks Count Giola. He's already taken a bit of damage. More is coming. For where it stands elsewhere, we're still fighting them traditionally. We can't always just shoot them up, I suppose. Sometimes there's got to be a traditional battle to fight. Hertwig is fighting here too, right in the middle of it all. They're getting blood on his good coat. His only coat. He's in Lestria. You're not going to find another coat. And for what they have of their gunners, my archers counter them easily. Sure, they deal damage. Sure, some may drop. But we can get out more arrows faster than they can hit. And we have more. We have so many more archers. So they won't be here for much longer. With a mortar, I do have to be mindful of not hitting my own units. But that's why we're targeting way over here. Attacking these, well, slow undead. They're coming to the fight, but they're very, very late. Our war wagon with the mortar, they just get to stand up here on the hill. Just taking shots, cheering. Delivery boys. I'm telling you, you're the best in the business. You never get any bad reviews. Well, you never get any reviews at all, actually. Yeah, that might be the issue. But we've won now. It's over. We've won the battle. All the undead are falling apart. We completely wiped them out. And the more that I think about it, the more likely it is that I should go back and finish off my one Lizardman foe. If I don't do that, they'll come to my capital and beat me. If I overextend, my hostility will begin to go up, and eventually, my public order will be unmanageable. So I've got to make sure that I secure what I currently own. We won a decisive victory. I gained a new banner, a standard of discipline. Those who go to war with the standard of discipline do so under the stern glare of the figure upon the banner, and know that they should continue fighting rather than rout. I'll probably give it to my poor spearmen from Helmgart. Hostility has gone up, which means we completed that mission to unlock Kalara. And we have new technology, completing another mission. Not bad at all. There we are. Kalara joins the expedition. Your activities in Lustria gained more than just the attention of angry locals. One day, as the expedition marched through the jungle following another successful offensive, you were suddenly threatened by a hooded figure standing in the trees above the jungle trail. After you introduced yourself as the Hunt Marshal, the Emperor's chief scout, she descended and revealed herself to be a former Waystalker of Athel Loren, a wood elf huntress named Kalara. Around her neck hung a Bastiladon tooth, and it was clear from her appearance that she was a weathered warrior of the jungle. Kalara asked you if you might help her track one particular beast she had been pursuing in Lustria. Not being one to turn down a hunt, you agreed, but only in return for lending her skills to your expedition. Not bad at all. I have a new mission to carry out some manner of hero action. Well, that's bound to happen. What do I need to do for your first mission? You've got to reach rank 5. That may take time, but you'll unlock a very good weapon called Dawn. It'll increase her range, she'll have more ammo, and she'll deal more damage from her reload time reduction. For her final battle effect, we're looking at Shield Breaker. She'll get rid of an enemy ability called Shield of the Old Ones. Okay. And I just need to raid a location belonging to the Vampire Coast. Instead of going to Lax, because I can't take any other location over there, what I'll do, I'll raid, then I'll come back over here to the west. Or I could avoid doing that too. I've got a few options. I mean, I've got to move quickly to go destroy more Lizardmen in Laxland. We'll stage maybe like another ambush. I think that would be how we take on that target. Okay, at rank 6, I'm going to give you Sure and True. You can enhance nearby units. Such advanced ballistic skills tend to rub off on one's subordinates. Ability Sure and True, right. Plus 5 to reload skill, plus 5% missile damage and armor piercing damage. So we'll take that. And for you, Hertwig, we'll put a point into Elusive. You've been in melee combat quite a bit lately. We could go pick up that Paladin, but he's a few turns off and I would rather go after Laxland. In fact, what I could do, while I begin to move back, I could send him out to go damage their walls. He's currently rank 4. Now, what do you have, Kalara? Jungle Spirit. Okay, so you enhance my campaign movement range by 10%, and it looks like you can move through any terrain without slowing down. Alright. Come join me. There we go, mission completed. 500 more gold. I'm making so much money right now. Yeah, we'll come back over here. I believe for my next Imperial supply group, I might pick up Huntsmen and that group of great swords too, in addition to the halberdiers, but I haven't really decided. My other choice would be artillery for that great cannon. Then I could break down walls easily. Okay, so we'll be there in a few turns. They do have a large army. I'm glad I'm coming back. I'll come back for you, Lax, but I've got plenty of time to do that. Now we can work on the Hunter's Guild. Okay, it's 5 turns total. Another choice is I could use my money to enhance my capabilities when it comes to fighting Lizardmen. Looking at all of these briefly, without going into too much detail, I think getting Purge of the Foul would be a good choice. It provides 10 leadership and 10 melee defense. Foul greenskins, flea-infested skaven, and slimy lizardmen are abroad in sufficient numbers that an organized cull is now necessary. You're correct. Then we'll pick up Hunter's Guild. That way my Imperial supplies, well, my recruits from that will be at a higher rank. Yeah, not a bad idea. Not at all. They gave me a new mission to destroy Laxland. Fortunately for them, I'm on my way to do that. Goodbye, Spirit of the Jungle. That's okay, I've got plenty of Lizardmen to kill, and we do get to face them in the final battle. Technology completed. Now my infantry, even my cheap infantry, should have a much easier time when fighting Lizardmen. And, you know, Skaven too. Alright, so we'll be there in like a turn or two. Then we'll stage some manner of ambush. They'll eventually come to me. We're only on turn 7, I've got plenty of time. Alright, now what about your agent here? Can I take out your agent? You failed, but that's okay. You gained at least a little bit of experience. Okay, Chotek, I know that you're unhappy. If I give you grazing pastures, we'll gain more replenishment, but you have a small garrison. Yeah, you need a bigger garrison. Yours is way too small. And for research, we can now move on to Hunter's Guild. Such groups are formed so that knowledge and experience can be shared for the betterment of all their members. One more turn to go, then we get to ambush at least one of them. Oh, you're bringing out another army. You only own one temple city, and look at your size. You're huge. Once they're dead, then we'll go back to the east to finally destroy the undead mutineers. That we can do. A new event, Famine of the Empire. Many of the Empire's best hunters are employed by your expedition. This has caused a problem back home in the provinces where the paucity of good hunters has resulted in an explosion in the deer population. The prolifically multiplying herbivores have been feeding on pastures used by livestock farmers, in turn affecting food supplies in villages and cities that traditionally depend on animal husbandry for food. The pockets of famine have also caused disease outbreaks, which are threatening to get worse. So now they all want my help. Depending on who I help, they'll provide benefits later. Well, I can't get rid of my replenishment. That would be a bad idea. So, Reichland, you're out of luck. Sterling, you want supplies. I'll lose growth. That's okay. Or I could enhance enemy hostility. Normally, I would want to for better supplies, but I don't want these lizardmen to be any tougher. So we'll take Sterling. Have some food. What I'm doing right now, I'm lying in wait for them. I'm really meant to do that. If I don't use my ambushing, then I'm doing it wrong. No, they have way too many armies for me to fight alone, so I've got to find a way to lure them out. Which means I've recruited a bit of help. Captain General Ethan Strider. He's coming down. And maybe they'll want to come fight me because they're like, hey, look at that lonely guy. Time to kill him. Okay, Hertwig. Why don't you try to damage their walls again or try to block one of their armies? You failed, but you did level up. A smuggler provides more income from trade. We are trading with the New World colonies. They finally agreed to that. Here's one more point into elusive, giving you a total of 55 melee defense, making you much harder to hit. Hopefully they come out to fight me. We need to kill at least one army. My plan worked out. Swarplot has come out to play. Let's go destroy his army, at least one of them. Ethan Strider will be joining us in a battle. Hertwig isn't here, but that's okay. We'll use him to try to break down his walls a bit more. Alright, then afterwards, if they have another army nearby, we'll fight that one traditionally. Oh, you've got a pretty good army. Many skinks, okay. A few are veterans. You've got a group of blessed Saurus warriors. They have shields. We're going to lose a lot of men, potentially. I've got to kill him. Imagine that. A human and a wood elf fighting together. These two are cut from the same cloth. They're great hunters, and now they get to go after an enemy army together. They're being ambushed, all of these lizardmen. They have a large force of many skinks. Let's have a look at where everyone is at. Our war wagons are moving away, attempting to distract a portion of their army. Elsewhere, we have our Captain General, who's moving to come join us. He'll be here in time. It'll take him a moment to weave and bob through all these trees. Then, naturally, we have our main army, all waiting over here between these two old pillars. We have units over in the flanks too, like my archers and my Free Company militia. Of course, we've got our war wagon mortar too. Spearmen are on the left flank, and now we just get to watch our units move around. It's really time for our leaders to move back, but they get to continue fighting. It's from the same army, or the same faction that we originally fought when we first got here. It's about time to finish all of them off. We need to take a temple city. The Temple of Lincoln was taken and renamed. We shall do that again. We shall erase all of them from history. Here it comes now. A very angry little fellow. Lithe and wiry, but still quite dangerous. These two will fight side by side. I don't know what they talk about. I like to think they just kind of talk about their professional careers. They're very professional with each other. Hey, do you like hunting? Well, so do I. And here comes mortar shots, too. You know, cool heroes don't look at explosions or get fazed by them, I hope. Not too much. Even in the jungle, we've got a battle happening. Thankfully, the trees are blocking a few of the shots, too. That's why it's always great to have javelins shoot at you when you're in the trees. Here comes more warriors. Holding them off now. What about our war wagons? Well, they're trying to get away. Skinks are very, very fast, and we do tire out quickly. it could be an issue, but they're just moving around. Gov's Speedwagon, the Handsome Cab, they're all here. And the delivery boys, we can never forget about them. More enemy units are moving in. As we went on the flanks, we'll then be able to flank them like we are doing over here. I had spearmen lying in wait. They were hiding and waiting for these enemies to come by. Now we get to flank them. Sure, there's not an ample charge bonus for spearmen, but still, they're there to fight. They're there to win. Erstwhile, we could see that Swords Warriors are tearing right through my poor swordsmen. But they try. They try very hard indeed. Whoa, that chieftain. Listen, you just beheaded that man before me. I want that back. A few spearmen are charging out. The goal is to help out my war wagons. They can't seem to outrun these skinks. But they're still making shots as they flee. And that mortar is assisting them by hitting them as they're being chased. I mean, these are tough Swords Warriors. But here comes some infantry ready to help them out. Hopefully to get them out of trouble. But another group is now charging in, using their mounts and wagons to drive right through them, to knock them back. Over on the right, we're winning the battle. We still have our mortar delivering every payload. I like to think they write little nice messages on each package, like a little gift note. It's adorable. Huntsmen, they get to move and hit. Many of our enemies are running now. We've won the battle. It's over for them, but we won't be able to chase down too many of them. They're very quick. They're faster than we are. And here we're flanking one group that's left. Swords Warriors and Skinks fighting in tandem together. That synergy working out quite well for them. Markus Wulfhart and Kalara, they're here. Earthquake is busy on a job. He's got many things to do in Lustria, traveling alone in the dangers afar and close by. There's still a few battles happening as we've won the mainstay of it. The bulk of it we have gained. There's very, very little left to do. They love breaking and coming back. Like over here, Skinks who did not break fully. The war wagons being chased the entire time. All they've got to do is shoot. Shoot and move. And at a few other locations, we're still fighting Swords Warriors, but the battle is won now. They're all fleeing. We've done it. One more battle under our belt. Good work, Markus and men. You can see their Skinks weren't really able to do too much. They were quick and they were annoying, but the only one who was able to get any kills at all would be their blessed Swords Warriors. If they had a standard army of Swords Warriors, I would have lost a lot more, but I was able to run them all over. I was able to hit them from multiple directions. They had no chance at all. It was an ambush, and it did work out. Now it's time to kill who remains. One army's gone. They have another one. I'll have to find a way to destroy him. Oh, they're just moving back home. Now, if you can't quite reach Laxland, then maybe I can reach you and destroy you. If your other army comes to fight me, so be it. I'll deal with it as I need to. A push and full hardiness, providing more of a charge bonus and unbreakable. No one I have currently could really make full use of it. Hostility has gone up, which means our public order is going down.
We're born to hunt.
Captain General, you might come with me for a period of time. I was going to put you away, but I think maybe I'll have you come join me. All right, let's have a look. Who's right over here? Hertwig. What could you do to that army? You could try to block them. What about the one over here? You could block them, or try to. Try it out. He failed again. It's really unfortunate. We'll have to stop doing that and just bring him back into the fold. We're not having a lot of great fortune with that. Okay, so we don't have Executioner yet. I'll pick up, then, Destroy the Heart. His damage goes up to, well, 667. If I get the other one, it'll go up to 738. He'll be able to truck down any type of large creature or leader. And she's rank 2. Okay. I would like to pick up her Arrow of Cernuus. It's a great ability, not nearly as powerful as it once was, but it's still very powerful. With all of our unique heroes, we're going to be able to do so much damage to all of them. I could use Accusation, I could use all of my abilities and completely obliterate some large creature. I can't wait to get my other heroes, but again, that will take a minute. What I really love too is that all I did was lie in wait. I'd looked at his numbers and I saw that he didn't really lose too many, even though he lost the battle. See, my army's very good at winning ambushes, but I'll need a few knights later or some manner of quick unit in order to ride down anyone who's fleeing. Also, skinks are quick, so they're very hard to catch. They're faster than any infantry I have, and they can keep up with my war wagons too. I've already beaten him in one major ambush. That time, sure, we'll auto-resolve. We can take his money. No, kill them all again. Now we only have one army to worry about. So I'm wondering, could I lure out the other army, ambush one more time, then finally take their capital? We do have a new quest issued. I need to move to Longslow. That's right by me. Hey, I could do that. Hertwig might even go do that. Markus Wulfhart's chosen path is one of hardship and protection. He fights the difficult battles so that the people of the Empire might know safety and peace. He's hunting Batman? Yeah. Right now, however, this peace has been disturbed by a series of incursions against a group of new colonies along the coast of the New World. Markus is used to leading men. His men, or his team of scouts, is few in number and quick to respond to threats, whereas leading an army takes a great deal of effort, and time is always lost making the logistical arrangements necessary for moving a large host of men. Regretfully, he knows lives may be lost due to the time it will take to come to the Pioneer's aid. And we now have a new trait, Plan Buster. +3 to leadership when fighting Lizardmen. Hunter's Guild, so now whenever I get my supplies, they'll have +2 to their rank. What now? We get a light wizard, really? The colleges of magic rarely agree, but on this occasion they are aligned and will support you. Very nice. We've gained a road warden. So now, on top of my 50% defense chance against any ambush, I've got a further 15% added to that. These lawmen patrol the roads and tracks of the Empire, protecting travelers and their goods. And here's a agitator providing more public order locally. Before we use him directly, what we can do, we can bring him down here to go pick up my dwarf, you see. Or we can go get our paladin first. You know what? That's a bit closer. We'll come down here first. Then I won't have to use my unique agents for that. He'll have his own job. What's amusing too is that the mutineers wanted a peace treaty. I said no. I probably should have said yes, but I didn't know how long my war out here would take. But no, it will take some time. I've got an ambushing army, but we've got many more enemies to take down. Here. So what do I do? Again, I said that I didn't want to use him for that role anymore. Okay, why don't we combine our poor spearmen? Take one out. If we look over here, Kalara, what do you need now? I could have you deal more damage. I could have you enhance the damage of my ranged units. I like that a lot. 10% more missile damage. The Lord sets their eye upon the foe, imbuing their troops with Kronos' spirit and the will to see his enemies destroyed. Mixing up heroes like this is really incredible. It changes up how you can play so very much. But look at my wagons over here. Rank 7 for my delivery boys. Rank 8 for my Gov's speedwagon. And discount handsome cab? Rank 4. Okay, rank 8 for Markus Wulfhart. And don't worry, you'll get your bow. It'll take a minute, but you will get your bow. Let's pick up Executioner. Wulfhart considers it his sworn duty to dispatch the Emperor's enemies without the slightest hesitation. So now we've got a stronger focused shot. Not bad. Okay, Hertwig, come on back home, buddy. I like you being in my army much more than you being out here. There we are. And he'll be able to patch up too. So again, I might try to ambush one more time. If I do that, then they won't have any army to defend with. See, if I fight them in a siege battle behind their walls, I don't have a lot of tools to break down their towers. I'll have to fight them on the wall. And they have armor piercing in addition to their debuffing from their poison. The garrison is how large? Tier 3, so they've got some tough stuff like Kroxigors. 2 groups of them. The other idea is that I could use my archers. A lot would die, but I could use them to shoot up everything on one portion of their wall. Yeah, that would work out too. I've got a few ideas. Okay, I know that you haven't moved. I've got to pick up more research. We'll pick up Colonial Fort, a vital foothold in new territory, and a home for Imperial subjects abroad on colonial business. It'll provide 10% more replenishment and +1 to public order. Oh, right. My technology, Purge of the Foul, probably saved my life when fighting against Lizardmen. +10 is a huge upgrade. Okay, so that would mean my spears over here would have a melee defense of 52. They're hard to hit. Another ambush. It's a very tiny army. I'm ready to be done with our current faction that we're fighting. We'll destroy their entire group, kill them all off, and now we can go straight to their town. I'll need to build some manner of siege engine, probably. I mean, I do have a mortar, but that wouldn't be sufficient.
The lizard beasts are on the hunt.
What's over here? Under Morsliev's glare. If I spend the money, I gain leadership. No, I don't want to do that. Confident attacker. Not bad. +2 to leadership when attacking, and his aura size is larger too. Another road warden. I wonder if that could stack up if I gave it to another character. And a rat catcher, lessening my attrition damage. These are all incredibly good for surviving in Lustria. Okay, at your level, it's time to boost up your damage. There we go. 738 damage. At rank 10, I'll pick up a few things over here, like best of the best. I wonder, it should apply to my Imperial supplies too. Okay, rank 7 for Hertwig. Hertwig, I'm going to give you, not fleet-footed, but gutter fighter. There we are. He's a tough witch hunter.
Equipment check.
Right, Captain General Ethan. Why don't we give you, you do have your special ability. He's got really cool abilities. Oil flask. And over here, Arrow of Akshi. Experienced hunter. You're not leading anyone right now. So do I really need you for that? I will, because who knows, one day you might need to lead.
Bow down to Imperial might.
Okay. So I could have you come over here. It would cause a few issues if you did that. I would need an agent to go do it for me. So what we'll do, we'll get Hertwig to go out, because I want to get my amber bow. Oh, the orcs are close by. They're going to be miserable to fight. Sure, they don't have any armor. They don't need it. They're going to just really chew through all of my infantry. They've got a physical resistance of 25% and frenzy. Oh, God. Okay. I'll need to ambush them as well. But now, we get to charge in and finally destroy their town. I've been waiting to do that for a very long time. My ambushes really did work out. Okay, so I don't want to wait. I think I will attack. I haven't really done that with my army format before, but we're going to see how that plays out. I think it'll be okay. Ethan, you'll come join me too. Come on. Yeah. He's my specialist. Then, over here, we'll unlock our paladin. We'll go get our master engineer. Hertwig. We'll go pick up my amber bow quest. We're getting a lot done. I'm trying to multitask, and we're doing a good job. I might not own more land, but I don't really need to. Oh, look at that. I beat their army. Now they have a rebellion. There's a group of Skaven who are currently raiding their lands. Wow. That should only grow in size and power. And I'm currently upgrading Wulfhart's Landing to tier 3. New World Colonies, are you okay? Yeah, you're okay. Ooh, I don't know if Mazdamuni's okay. There's a lot of chaos corruption over here. I actually want him to survive for a while. He's going to block off any dark elves, some dirty, sex-crazed dark elves up there. It's a deadly siege battle. Every archer and huntsman here, they will work together to eradicate every defender who's standing on those walls, while all of our infantry wait behind them. The mortar will be quite crucial to our victory. And the Captain General is coming too. He's a bit late to the party, but he'll be here. For now though, Markus and Kalara work together, taking out every defender with every single shot. See, the goal is to bring up our archers onto the walls. If we don't do that, we might have to fight Kroxigors on the ground. No one wants to do that. They're big crocs. There's one shot. And because we've taken out some of their ornamentation, they're a bit more exposed than they were before, so now volleys will be even more effective. Much like that. From behind, these Kroxigors are waiting, but we're not going to give them any type of treaty, no. We're not going to talk to them. There's no parley to be had. You can wait there and be shot at and like it. It's really our first time taking a real temple city. It's been a long time coming too. There's had to be ambushes, we've had to take out vanguard armies. There's so much that has had to go completely right in order for the Hunts Marshal to be here. Now we're just leaving behind bloodstains. Just a little while longer and they can climb up via the ladders. Here comes Kalara and Markus. Again, these two are so deadly together. They're a great team. Look at them. It's like they've been orchestrating this, you know? Thinking about how can we fight together in sync. Sure, they're taking some damage. Let them waste their javelins if they so need to. Because our mortars, our delivery boys, well, again, they had to rush here. 1 day delivery. And the archers, well, you know what they like to do. Lunch. Those shots are coming. They're distant. You can hear that piercing cry, that howl, and then they land, killing dozens at a time. And there's always more coming. It's not like we're done. No, you're about to see 4 more. I heard you guys don't like spheres. Sphere o sphere is what I have here. There's not very many left. It's nearly time for all of us to get onto the walls. Nothing but bodies are left behind. Some more of them are attempting to climb up, sure, but are they going to make it? Can they really make it? Throw a few javelins. You should be in a freaking museum, alright? We should be looking at your bones. And we're going to be. It's time for some good old-fashioned Imperial genocide. Now, Markus is moving up here. He's on the wall. He's not trapped with them. They're trapped with him. Each shot is perfectly lined up. Oh, he's going to have a great time fighting these warriors. Kalara is up here too. Check out another shot. Right through them. Now Kalara gets to fight for a short period of time. The mortar's not done yet. I cannot wait to empower my mortar. It's beautiful. It's mobile. I love mortars in any type of Imperial game. And as far as many of you know, and I'll tell you right now, I love the Empire more than any other faction. I've always been an Empire fan. I've always enjoyed the idea of basic humans standing against the insurmountable. Now, Captain General Ethan Strider, he's here too. That was an oil flask. He's also got the arrow of Akshi, which can light his foes on fire. You're no Markus Wulfhart, but damn, you're good. So now these two archers are helping out Kalara together. It's a pretty good one, man. It's a pretty good one. Kalara is covered in oil, but she's still fighting. Hey, sometimes you get messy. And she's a messy lady. Can't be so clean here. That's how much time I've spent just eradicating them. I never really get to do this. And it feels so good to be able to do it. Normally I'm charging up the walls and I'm having to fight them. Sword versus sword. But today I don't have to do that. Today I just get to shoot. I get to shoot a lot. So there's not too many left. We can climb up onto the walls now. There's that old blood. So the goal is to use our leaders to hit that old blood, to shoot at him. Sure, he's angry. And I do try that out up here. It can be difficult to place a few of the shots because of what's in the way, but I do give it a go. There he is. Markus gets to move back. A twang of his string, but no actual landing just yet. Now these three are working together again, but they're climbing back up. Let him stay down here. If he wants to come up, let him come up. He's more than welcome to. But again, we're avoiding the cornerstone of their defenses, the Kroxigors. So these guys could kill dozens of my men. They're so good. They're so powerful. But now my archers are moving onto the walls. Sure, there might be some warriors left, but they're low in number. They'll get some kills. But it's okay. We'll respond, we'll beat them, then we'll use our volleys to win the battle. If we stand in the guard mode, oh man, look at how quickly they butchered my boys. They massacred my boy. There's an oil flask right on top of that old blood. It's time to hit him. See, if we can't hit him from way up there, it'll be time to move a little bit further down this lane. That was a good shot. Here comes more men. See, I can't overexpand either because of hostility. If I lose too much public order, rebellions will happen everywhere. I can't pacify everything. I'm an expedition. I'm not meant to conquer like that. So I've got to be selective. I've got to be choosy. I've got to take my time if I want to dominate the wilds of Lustria. See, now, a few of them are beginning to line up. They're still getting into position. The main focus for me was taking out their leader, though. You see, it's a slow process, but they just continue to pepper him with a few arrows here and there. He doesn't want to move. They don't want to move. No one's moving. Except for that attack. That kind of got him. But now they're fleeing. The battle's over. We've won. We're free. That was a lot of fun. It almost felt like some adventuring party who happened to lead a few men. Do we get a new level? Oh, nearly there now. We only need a little bit more experience. And while we're here, we're going to occupy Laxland. Sure, I'll take it. Hostility has gone up to level 3. They're pretty angry. I've completed another mission by destroying that faction. Goodbye, Lizardmen. They're all dead now. We've gained a new regiment of renown, Deathjacks. One can rely on the Deathjacks to silently track the foe to their location, but also snaffle the baggage train and the last of the mead. Sigmar's Sons, oh, these are really good too. The heart of any battle and the embodiment of Sigmar's will as they heroically engage the foe. And we've gained a pit fighter. And a peasant. Ooh, master, there's some lovely filth over here. And here's an opal amulet for Captain General Ethan Strider. Enjoy, friend. Okay. Greenskins, I hope that you'll kind of, bug off for a bit so that I can go fight those undead to the east. Alright. You leveled up. Oh, wait, no, you are 10. Good. Alright. Let's get best of the best. Carl Franz is Captain of Scouts, is the very best in his field. A hunter truly without peer. True. And for her, she's rank 4. The Endless Hunters will gain, let's see, plus 15% reload time, or actually minus 15% reload time. Waystalkers are no more than their next hunt. Every breath advances their chase, bringing them closer to victory. Yeah, we'll take that. We fight over in the jungle. Hey, we're going to have a lot more damage for everyone involved. Alright, so now that we've completed that mission, it's time to begin moving to the east. We need to take Lax, we need to take Pox Marsh, and what about you? Right, Lucas will continue to move on. He'll have a new name eventually, but for now, we'll call him Lucas. I should have known better. The Blue Vipers have declared war on Hunt Marshal Marcus. It's time to fight them. He's only rank 2, but again, he's got a very powerful group of savage orcs. These guys are no joke early on. I haven't gotten my new supplies yet. I'm losing more gold because of his rating. Let's come down here. If we were to pick up a peace treaty with the Vampire Coast Mutineers, it's more of a truce. I won't kill them right now. They have their own issues, but then we come back later. But then again, maybe I won't need to because they are dealing with a rebellion. Those Skaven might win. And we've completed our mission. Good. A new quest issued. I need to kill 1,000 enemies in battle. Wulfhart is too late. The colonies have been sacked and many innocents murdered. Though, this is not the first time failure has blighted the Hunt Marshal's career. This time he feels that failure greatly. He declares that such atrocities will never again befall innocent Imperial citizens. Sullenly, he pledges to swiftly seek out the perpetrators of this savage attack and put every last one of them to the sword. And Arrow. Don't forget Arrow. Alright. You did your job. I want my Paladin. He's right over here. And Kalara will be rank 5 very soon, which will complete her mission.
We're born
Okay,
to hunt.
Ethan, you're gonna help me out. Deathjacks, do I want to use you now? I mean, you're not cheap at all. You're really not cheap. I've got plenty of archers. I could always combine all of them. Get rid of one group. Get rid of you. Well, then again, we won't need to right now because Hertwig isn't with me, so we'll take the Deathjacks. But having some really good, you know, infantry in the form of a regiment of renown could be quite handy. All right, let's have a look at what they have here. Sniping, Masters of Stealth, Concealment, and the Precision Shot. They stay hidden while firing. Oh, that's really good. Okay. I like that. 31 missile damage. Ooh, 120 range, 20 shots total, or 20 volleys total. So they're just really sneaky. Yeah, that works out for me. If I got rid of this group of men, I'm not going to, but then I could afford another group. The Expendables. Well, you are expendable, so... No, I want to do it. I want to make sure that we have the best of the best here. Now,
Yes.
let's get ready for a battle.
Together.
Markus Wulfhart.
Sure, I'm not fully healed up, but that is okay. Okay, if I don't tax you, you won't rebel yet. It's really a question of how quickly can I get rid of that vampire corruption. No, I'll be back there later. I've got to fight over here, though. We've got a huge issue right over here.
No sudden movement.
All right,
Seek, destroy.
let's go fight a much larger battle. The Captain General will need to go away for a little while if I can't, you know, accrue more money. What do we have here? Just a lot of Savage Orcs. No, I didn't have time to wait for an ambush. Savage Orc Boar Boys are really tough too, but let's see what we can do. We're fighting so many types of foes, it's really a lot of fun. All right, here we go. Wow, 32 turns remaining for +4 to leadership. So it does add up. Hey, nice. Again, these two form the vanguard. They get to attack while the rest of our units prepare. The Greenskins have Savage Orc Boar Boys. These are hardy units. They're very powerful. They can damage so many of our own. So the goal is to use our mortar to really damage them. They are unarmored, even though they do have a physical resistance. And they're really damn dumb. They're like, hey, what if I raised up my arm? I could block that explosive shell coming towards me. Delivery for the dumbasses here. Now here comes the large army. A Greenskin wave. I haven't seen that in a very long time. I haven't had the pleasure of fighting Greenskins in a very long time. And to play the Imperial's organized men against a unwashed rabble? Sign me up. Let's have a look at the army right now. So there's my leaders on the front lines. We have our mortar way up there. Ethan Strider will be moving in as quickly as possible. Our goal is to stay way far behind, where we can then move back and we can get ready to attack them once we've already weakened them further and further. See, they're walking. They don't have to rush. These men are like, all right, got a battle ahead of us. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. Delivery boys, it's time for you to move back. And the best part, these two can just notch an arrow and let it go right away. They clearly do some manner of Warhammer yoga because, man, they can really flex those hips to pivot their body. My God. Every day I do yoga, says Hunts Marshall. Or we call it Warga. Now, the Captain General, unfortunately, was a bit isolated and couldn't make it. He's on foot. The Captain General is a talented man. He's been chosen by the Hunts Marshal for a reason. So they charge in at him, and he goes flying. Boink. Good thing he drinks his milk. Here comes the waves again. They're moving. They're giving chase one shot, breaking some of them in half. What is the pull power on your bow, Marcus? What are you capable of? Are you a monster yourself? Are you what you've always sought to destroy? My God. He just turns around and butchers them. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Boom. Headshot. If you want to meet the inventor of the 360 Warhammer no-scope, you're looking at him. Yeah. He's artillery on legs. We can see all of my archers waiting in from behind. If you haven't seen the Deathjacks, well, have a look at them. They're good. They still, but they're good. They have archers too, some arrow boys. And here they come, the large wave. With all of my archers, I think we can do it, ladies and gentlemen. There's Kalara, delivering her own attacks too. Behold and witness the majesty of Imperial combined arms. While that's going on, we can see over here, there's been a chase that's been happening for quite some time. Again, screaming their heads off, just shouting and cursing. Why are they here? But Gov's Speedwagon and the Handsome Cab delivery service, well, they're moving, they're running, and they're shooting. Keeping a large amount of greenskins busy, that's really their job. They're allowed to do that, and they're very damn good at it. They actually deliver some damage. They've got some punch. Here's all the swordsmen fighting, with all of our archers quickly trying to dispatch them. That way we can continue fighting elsewhere. We don't need to stay in a prolonged fight with them. These swordsmen are talented, but they don't need to be here for too long. It would be what's called a bad move. Far, far away, we have the Captain General. So what I do with him, what he does, I have him withdraw from the map. That way he just runs away. If I just try to command him, he'll get caught up in their attacks. But I have him move away. Then he turns around to attack again. He's like, look, I'm bloody. I just watched these. I'm leaving the battlefield. Bye. But then he actually just shoots. You can see how many of the greenskins are already dead. Why? A massive amount of archers. I told you it was all part of my plan. The Hunts Marshal has done well. Weather forecast. Arrows with a chance of pain. The penetrative shafts of the Empire are not ones to be ignored. No, but they're still fighting. Eventually they'll break and we can give chase or allow our archers to continue hitting them. It's been a long fight. And what's incredible to me is that Ethan was able to fend off those two groups on his own. It wasn't easy. He lost a lot of health. He could have taken more damage, but he managed to kill a lot of these orcs on his own. So now they're fleeing from him. And it looks like now we've won the battle. The greenskins have lost. So it's only left to all of my ranged units to obliterate what's left of these greenskins. We gained over 1,000 gold for that battle. We won. I'll tell you why we won. We were able to use our advantages the entire time. They had to come to me. I wiped out their savage orc boar boys early on. Then they only had to run to me.
Bring out the nooses.
I would never let you live. No, you gotta go. Thematically, I should never let you go. If you were human, maybe, sure. A new wizard for more magic. I have no magic right now, but look at that. Plus 20? Thank you. I don't know why you were captured by orcs, but hey, we did it. It only took one battle. That gave me more gold. Now I do not need to get rid of my Captain General yet. Okay, raid any region belonging to the following race. Lizardmen. I could do that. There is no way Markus Wulfhart could have known if the creatures he'd slain were guilty of the recent deplorable and heinous acts against law-abiding denizens of the Empire. But, nevertheless, their destruction goes some way towards assuaging his burning anger. Though his mission to rid the new world of existential threats is now slightly closer to completion, this is still no day for celebrations. He must continue to hunt down the cold-blooded, murderous beasts in the name of the dead citizens, and in the sincere hope that his acts will save others in the future. Alright, so I've got to raid a location belonging to Lizardmen. That will take time, but I will do it. We've gained a new trait. Bold. Executioner, look at that. -2 to enemy leadership, -3 to their public order. I'm more interested in that -2. That could cause some teetering unit to break. Captain General, you've been a great help, man. I've got to tell you. You really have been. Hold the line would be quite handy for you to have. Brass longed too. Instead of making him a great archer, I could make him a better commander. There's a few things I want to do with that. I haven't decided on how I'm going to carry it out yet, but we shall see. I'd rather get a upkeep reduction than any type of like recruitment cost. Recruitment cost is not a big deal in the long term. But for now, let's work on his own abilities too.
Comradeship is all.
Can I reach him?
Huntsman
We're
General.
gonna find out. Let's move in.
We are the best.
Not quite.
Part.
We're nearly there, but
Huntsman
not
General.
quite.
Markus
Oh, you're very
Wulfhart.
lucky. I could have gotten you. They have another army. Ornery, the Goblin. Yeah, no same. Relatable, buddy. Very relatable. Okay, the Scorpion Coast. They're about to rebel, so I better do something about that.
Equipment share.
Captain General, you might have to go back and help out. I don't know how big the rebellion is going to be, but we'll have to go help out over there, come back here. And Skaven, you could easily take Lax. I mean, you should do it now. That way I don't need to do it. A stranger's coming by. Goodbye, I don't want you here. If a creature came by and said, hey, do you want some?
Markus
I would tell them no.
We'll handle
Let's get rid of
this.
that army. How far do I need to move? Not too far, huh?
Comrades.
Okay, I am out here now. I don't have any Lizardmen to raid. Not yet. What other missions? I need to raid one belonging to the Vampire Coast. I'll go back and do that whenever I go handle the Mutineers. Rank 5. You're not rank 5 yet, really.
Markus Wulfhart.
Oh, you're nearly there, too. Okay. Well, stay in my army.
Markus Wulfhart.
We're going to push on that one orc.
Covering ground.
Okay, Captain General. Let's go.
To the fray.
I've already beaten your army. Go away now.
Respect is
They're very,
earned.
very dead. Kalara finds a lead. Kalara has finally managed to pick up a trail. There have been a rash of slaughters that have seen entire regiments of men massacred deep in the jungle of late, and she is convinced her target is responsible. Kalara is eager for the expedition to investigate. Having fought alongside the expedition for an extended duration, she has also primed her skills for war and fashioned a new weapon for herself for use in a coming hunt. Okay, she's pretty good at crafting if she can make a bow like that. Iron Curse Icon, reducing missile damage by 10%. That's really good. Campaign line of sight up by 25%. We have so many skills to negate enemy advantages. We can see everything.
Superb
Everything.
marksmanship, man.
Okay. Hertwig, I could have you go pick up our friend, but again, that's really far away. I want you to come with me and fight with me.
Captain of Scouts.
Yeah,
Fall
I really want you to do that. I've got a few swordsmen. Let's get rid of one group. We'll combine them.
Markus Wulfhart.
There. Now I have room.
They will be judged.
Come join me.
Markus
Okay, you can't join me
Wulfhart.
yet, but you will join me on the following turn.
Huntsman
Now, Captain General, it's time for you
Get 'em,
to
move
leave. Go back to the landing.
no one
Oh,
behind.
finally. They're not going to rebel, but corruption is going up.
Captain
And because of that, there
Scouts.
will be a rebellion. Now, let's have a look at what skills we might want to pick up. So, without even really looking for too long here, I know what I want. I could either reduce upkeep or I could work on my campaign movement range. Reducing upkeep would help me out, sure. That is very true. My huntsmen and archers would deal more damage. More melee attack as well, but I'm currently traveling. So we're going to pick up Master Survivalist. The dense dark forest of Midland is the most unforgiving and hospitable of training grounds, and a place where Wulfhart perfected his survival skills. So 5% more campaign movement range, 10% more campaign line of sight, and 10% more casualty replenishment. We're still not replenishing quickly, but that is alright. Now, you're rank 5, Kalara. Training, sure, that would add up over time, but I would rather you deal more damage. You did run out of ammo in our last fight, but I would rather you deal more damage. Here we go. She's at 412 now. A pretty
Markus
decent amount.
Wulfhart.
Yeah, let's get a move on, all of us here. We're going back. I mean, if I don't go back, I could handle the Blue Vipers. If we're not going to have a rebellion, then maybe I can do that. That rebellion might be gone too. And what about you, agent? Yeah, come on down. We can pick up another one. Another hero. 3 out of 4 unlocked. Roderick joins the expedition. Once you'd brought your forces to mist surrounding the temple city of Longwood, Peck, it did not take long for the Bretonnian swordsman to arrive at your camp. He revealed himself as being no mere soldier, but in fact a noble by the name of Roderick Langui, who'd seen his entire retinue slaughtered whilst on a expedition into Lustria. With the massacre of his men, Roderick was now without an army, or indeed a purpose. With a vengeful tone in his voice, he told you he was willing to offer his knowledge of Longwood Peck's defenses to enable a successful siege by your force, which of course you accepted. Now we have another hero. Aha! Look who's with me. Well, if you're here, I suppose we could conquer what's nearby. Originally my plan, and plans always change, right? Originally my plan was to go back because we were bound to have another rebellion. But because I'm not going to have one, it's time for me to move on and to conquer these lands to the west. As much as I want to handle those Vampire Coast units, I'm going to let my light mage, my light wizard, move down and pick up another hero. Then I might disband him, and I'll tell you why. He's only level 1, and I would rather focus on my other heroes, my 4 heroes. Now, if we have the money, I'll keep him, but I would rather get one later on than to have one right now. But for now, he's quite useful for looking around. Okay, so what do you have, Roderick? Langi. Well, I'm going to give you that opal amulet. Iron Curse. You don't really need that as much, do you? Take it. Take it. Here's a pit fighter. So you have Junglist. Having spent most of his time living in a jungle, this feels like home. So +5 whenever I fight Lizardmen. And double experience gain for units when fighting against Lizardmen. Even better. Now that's powerful. He's got an ability called Guardian. Providing around... Oh, he's going to lead all of my infantry. That is really powerful. Okay, so we have a ward save, or at least a physical resistance save of 15% for physical damage. So he's going to do that. He's going to lead my infantry from now on. The Waystalker will lead our archers, and Markus will hunt. He also provides more leadership via encourage. All right. He's got that 15% missile resistance. Very powerful. And we might as well. We didn't get very far anyway, so we might as well get ready, and we'll go attack another enemy target. And we do have room for our good friend Hertwig Van Hau. But for now, we shall call it here. Thank you for watching, everyone. Do not forget to leave a like down below. And a big shout out to all of my patrons who have named units and heroes and lords in this game. If you would like to see every bit of content that I have coming out, don't forget to click that bell right down below next to the sub button. That way you'll get every notification. And look forward to more tomorrow. Until then.